Welcome back to Sports Extra, presented by Toyota. Last week, I had a chance to catch up with Jets offensive tackle Kelvin Beachum in between his OTAs. Now, while he's focused on preparing for the Jets' upcoming season, in his spare time, he's focused on his financial future and technology of the future. An offensive lineman's job is to block, protect, create holes, open lanes. They need to know about zone blocking principles, exploding off the line of scrimmage, reading defenses. Jets offensive tackle Kelvin Beachum knows all that, and number 68 has been doing it well in the NFL for 6 seasons.
We have a big year ahead of us. Know that we got a great team, and our organization has put the pieces in place for us to go out to perform.
But after an OTA workout at the Jets training facility, Beachum talks about his passions away from the gridiron.
The community involvement, one, ending hunger both domestically and worldwide, and working with the partners within that vertical, and then the work that I do with STEM or STEAM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Beachum says it's his calling to bring awareness of this scientific curriculum to underserved communities, specifically minority youth. It comes from his fascination with tech, going back to a remarkable story about his grandfather, John Wesley Beachum, passing knowledge on to his father, Kelvin Sr.
I'll take it all the way back to my childhood. My grandfather's been blind since he was 19. He's now 80 years old now. He taught my dad how to work on cars. My dad dropped out of school in the 8th grade. That was the way that my dad needed to provide for his family at the time. My dad now owns one of the largest businesses in my hometown of my head.
Beachum considers himself a technology enthusiast.
I love drones. I've been around aviation. Again, that just the relationship to cars and just transportation, and kind of tying that into tech. And then, as I've gotten more into tech, you see how the other different facets of it. You see the technology behind the enterprise and solutions that are now being used by businesses. You see quantum computing really starting to sprout up and do things.
And with the money he's made in the NFL, Beachum is now investing in tech.
I have started to look at ways in which I can invest and be a part of these frontier technologies, but not only myself invest, but how do I make sure that I'm bringing other people along the way to make sure that they see this digital revolution that's now happening.
And when not getting ready for the NFL season, Beachum shares tech knowledge through Twitter, recently linking an article about drones using data to gain knowledge. And yes, Beachum owns drones. He tells me he has, quote, lots of drones. Some are for play, others to test and see if he should invest in that company. But it's not all about frontier tech for the Jets offensive tackle. At his annual football camp in Mejia, Texas, he introduced campers to World Vision Global 6K, an organization bringing clean water to countries in need, like he saw when visiting Honduras.
So we had an inaugural lap where these jugs were pretty, heavy. It was some kids, 2 and 3 kids that were needed to actually take the jug around the entire track, and that just was a lap kind of symbolizing what kids, women, and other countries, third world countries, developing countries have to go through just to get their water on a daily basis.
Whether it's ending world hunger or being a venture capitalist, Beachum knows his job right now is playing football for the New York Jets. But he's building a future for where his investments may take him 10 to 15 years from now.